Hello everyone, this is question 13 now on paper 1 from Edexcel 2022, and we've got a sequences and series question. So it says in an arithmetic series, the first term is a and the common difference is d. Show that the sum of the terms is n over 2 plus 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Really nice thing this. It's one of those standard kind of results that you've just got to learn. So let's have a look and see what the process is for this. So what the process is for this particular question is you start off by writing down the arithmetic series going forwards, okay? So we've got a, and then we have got a plus d, this is the second term. The third term is a plus 2d. And then it goes on and on and on. And the penultimate, the term before the end is a plus n minus 2 times d. And the very last term is a plus n minus 1 times d. So that's like a condensed version of the whole sequence there. Then what you do is you write the same sequence backwards underneath, okay? So I've got the last term, which is a plus n minus 1 times d. The term before that is a plus n minus 2 times d. The term before that is a plus n minus 3 times d, okay? And then it carries on dot, dot, dot in the middle, and then the second from the end term is a plus d, and the last term would just be a. So we've just written the sequence, the series rather, forwards and underneath backwards, okay? Now, you add these lots of the sequence together. So we're going to add these two sequences together. So over on here, the left, we get Sn add Sn is two lots of the sequence. And a plus n minus 1 times d, when you add those up, it comes to 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Now this one, sometimes students find this a little bit conceptually difficult. The idea that if you've got n minus 2 times d and you add d to it, that gives you n minus 1 times d, okay? But if you kind of like expand the bracket in collected like terms, you can soon see that actually that is what happens. So when you add this term and this term together, lo and behold, again, you get another 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And maybe you can see what's going to happen here. When we add the third term and the forwards and backwards, yet again, we get a 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Over at the other end of the series, we've got also, when you add them together again, you get another lot of 2a plus n minus 1 times d. So every single pairing that you add up all give you 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And there's one of them for every single term of the series. So when there's n terms in the series, that means you've got n lots of 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so when we add the whole thing together, we get 2 times the sum of the series is equal to n lots of 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And then the last step is just to divide everything by 2, and that gives you the formula Sn is equal to n over 2 plus 2a plus n minus 1 times d as required. Okay, and that's just one of those things that you've just got to remember, that particular part of the question. Right, let's look at the next part of the question. So the next part of the question, it says, James saves money over a number of weeks to buy a printer that costs £64. He saves £10 in week 1, £9.20 in week 2, and £8.40 in week 3, and so on, so that the amount he saves forms an arithmetic sequence. Given that James takes n weeks to save exactly £64, show that n is given by the formula n squared minus 26n plus 160 equals 0. Okay, what we've got here is the sum of an arithmetic series. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about our sum is 64, our first term is £10, that's what James saves in the week 1, and you'll notice he's saving 80 pence less each week. So our common difference is minus 80p, which is minus 0.8, okay, in pounds. So we can sub everything into the formula now. We can say that 64 is equal to n over 2 plus 2 times 10, which is our a, plus n minus 1 times d, which is minus 0.8. Okay, so that gives us 20, and then when we expand that bracket, we get minus 0.8 times n, and a minus times a minus makes a plus. Okay, then we can add together the 20 and the 0.8 to get 20.8, okay, times n there. and this is going to be minus 0.8n squared as well. So we get minus 0.8n squared, we get 20n and 0.8m, and that all equals 64, but when we times everything by 2, that becomes 128. So let me just review those steps. So step 1, times everything by 2, so 64 becomes 128. That 2 disappears from there then. This is 20, that when you expand the bracket is minus 0.8n, and this is plus 0.8. So we can now basically say that expand the bracket, 20n minus 0.8n squared plus 0.8n, collecting like terms with these two gives us minus 20, well it gives us actually 20.8, and then we also get the minus 0.8, and then we take the whole thing over to one side and we get that equation, 0.8n squared minus 20.8 plus 128 equals 0. Now from there, we just now need to divide everything by 0.8, and we get this equation here, which is the one that we were required to get. Okay, so that's fine. That's our part A done. It seems quite a lot of work to me for 2 marks, but that's our part A done. Now part B, for 1 mark, solve it. It's only 1 mark, so I guess really, looking at the mark scheme, you could just pretty much put that into your calculator. So it's just a B mark, which just means that as long as I see the right answer, it's all good. So for 1 mark, that could go into your calculator to solve. So, or you could use a quadratic formula if you didn't have a calculator that could do that. And that gives us 2 values for n, 10 or 16. And it says, hence, state the number of weeks that James takes to save enough money to buy the printer, giving a brief reason for your answer, 1 mark. Well, we've got 2 options, either 10 weeks or 16 weeks. So if James has already saved enough by 10 weeks, then that's going to be absolutely fine. So we're going to say that the smaller value is the one that makes the most sense. And especially because James is reducing the amount that he saves each week, there's going to come a point where James starts saving negative amounts of money, which would make no sense. So it's going to be n equals 10. The first value is the one that we want. Excellent. I hope you found that video helpful. If you could remember to like and subscribe, that will help us with the growth of this channel so we can keep on making more videos. And I'll see you in the next video.